Guys, we're so back. Okay. It's been a long couple of weeks, huh? I'm sure you can already tell the bump in quality. This is my microphone. So that was definitely too close. I've had this webcam and microphone. I just needed to learn how to use them and not just record in an iPad, you know? So I've got it. Okay, I've got my webcam, I've got my microphone, I've got OBS now. Okay, we're making moves. So, I'm on spring break, and I'm going to just make a bunch of videos now, so I can just have a bunch that's stockpiled to do once a week because my semester got busy, and it's not. The rest of my semester will not be as busy because at the time I was in a musical at my school. Hold your applause. That took up a lot of time, and although I was making some videos while I was part of that, it just became too much. Spring break is here, time to lock everything into gear. Guys, I'm rhyming. I do poems now. But yeah, I'm gonna be working on a lot of stuff. Welcome to the episode 2 of Character Corner. Just because that's an easy thing to just like get out of the way for a welcome back. I promise I'm working on a lot of other stuff. I just, drawing wise, I have a lot of things I want to draw. Like, if you remember from the Syra Character Corner video, I had linked, because I forgot to talk about it, her character playlist. Every single character has a character playlist, because music does a weird thing to my brain, and I have to merge the story and the music together. I have to. And I want them to have like a character drawing as the cover of each of those. And that will also mean another video that'll be a time lapse. Just something I can even make TikToks. Like, there's a lot of content there that I can work with for people to know what this is. Only thing is, if you go to the Life in the Forest Instagram and you look at the drawings, they're not that great. They're not the best quality. And that was me under years, basically, of trying to improve my drawing. And that was 3 years ago. Safe to say, I can't really draw. I have a few lucky moments here and there, but I cannot draw. A lot of people in my life tell me that, no, you can't. I tried for most of my day to make a Syra drawing. I'm not gonna talk about it, okay? I'm not. It's bad, but I'm working on it. I'm going to draw something. I also have the book 2 cover drawn, as you all have seen. You don't know that that's book 2, but that's book 2 because book 1 cover is in process. About halfway there. Give me grace, please. Please. Because I crashed out for over a week about what type of forest. If it's boreal or deciduous, because here's not the time nor place, okay? But that would mean I'd have to change everything I've ever drawn. The forest is whatever it is. I created the whole world. I don't have to follow this world's biomes, okay? Anyway, it doesn't have to make sense. It's fictional, so. With that all out of the way, hi, welcome back. Welcome to Character Corner, episode 2. This is Jake's episode. Jake, I thought it was only kind if we did Syra Satori, we had to do Jake Satori, Syra's brother, who is created, have to give full amazing credit to my own brother, because when I played this game as a kid, I would bring it home from school and I told my brother, like, I've got this fun game we can play. And he created the character of Jake. And I give full props to him. And I try to make Jake as much like him as I possibly can. So alright. If you know my brother, you know Jake. Basically. But also Jake in the lens of the Life in the Forest world is important to get into. Whatever. He is a really great fighter. He can do pretty much anything, everything. Because he's been through all of like the school years in Verdeen, just like Syra. Syra looks up to him a lot in the fighting sense of things, because she wishes she could be as great a fighter and just like such a great warrior, and so true in what he knows is what he must do type of stuff. Spoiler alert, not really. The first scene of Life in the Forest at all is Jake and Syra sparring, just because like that's what they do for fun. And Syra is always trying to match her brother. Anyway, in my own brother style, Jake is sarcastic, has a little bit of a dry humor, very smart. I could not write a character that is supposed to be my brother and not make him smart. Hey, so this video is called The Love Letter to My Brother. Okay. Like, so Jake is smart. Making him blonde like my brother. I know what it looks like, but I'm not blonde. I am brunette. I just have highlights. But so I just thought that if I have a brunette little sister and an older brother who's blonde, hey, it's me and my brother and whatever. But yeah, he's a great fighter, and I'm able to do certain things with Jake that I'm happy I'm able to like present for a male audience of Life in the Forest, just because like, and this is not me saying that I feel like my brother deals with these things, but there's things that like men in society have to deal with, that I thought it would be good to have Jake deal with those things, because I do not have a lot of male characters, and mostly girls. So sorry. To all you men out there. It's based on my friends, so whatever. But I have so few male characters that, you know, a little bit of representation for some males who may relate could get them into it a little bit more. So I don't want to just reduce it down to daddy issues, but that's kind of what it is. Just like in Verdeen, you are expected to not only live up to your like father's level of anything, but go beyond it is really like, yeah. So Calix Satori, we're not really going to get into, but he's a high ranking member of the military in Verdeen. So no matter what, Jake is just, he has to get the same status himself. He has to grow it himself, but he has to get it, or he's seen as just a disappointment and a failure. And I have such a beautiful line from Syra, at least from Syra's perspective. Jake is as Verdenian as it gets, and that is true to like an extent. Like, Jake follows every rule set in front of him. He does everything he needs to do just because he knows it's right. but he sees better than anybody. Like, he sees through the veil that Verdine wears, you know? But he puts up with the charade just because he knows he has to. And it's just like such like a righteous, I don't know, it's just, I feel like a great character trait of he's able to play both sides at the same time while not making trouble for his family or getting himself into hot water, you know? Jake's a good character, what can I say? Yeah, but along with that, like, he has to follow the rules. He can only break them in private, so he seems like a stickler sometimes, but it's just because he has to be for, like, the public eye type of thing. And there's a little bit of a thing in Verdine. I'm pretty sure I touched on it in my last one with Syra because she doesn't want to get married. But you know, once you become a protector, you have to find a wife and you have to get into a home right away or else you'll be homeless, basically. Or at least on the bad side. So Jake and Rachel have kind of set their sights on each other for that. And they kind of have it's a weird relationship. You know what? I'll let you read the thing to figure out what that means. But, yeah. It's a little weird. But yeah, Jake's a great older brother. I could not write an older brother character without, I could not write an older brother character in respect with my own brother and not make him just a great big brother. Like, come on, again, love letter to my brother, what can I say? Yeah. He's a really great character and he's very strong. And yeah, he's kind of, I feel like righteous is the only word that can really like, and of course that's only book 1 where it's like, you know, there's 4 books to watch character arcs and see growth, so, and change. There's a lot of change of everybody, honestly. But, so it's hard to really like describe Jake when it's just, I mean, for any of them, really, it's really hard to describe the characters with just the beginning, like, but that's his introduction, pretty much. He has a great character playlist that I've recently updated everybody, so they have about the same amount of songs on all of them. Something I really did not touch on in the last one, I know because I didn't talk about the Spotify playlist. My favorite band, probably like ever, is Sleeping at Last. Love you, Ryan O'Neal. You don't know it, but you are basically the soundtrack to Life in the Forest. And anybody who goes and looks at those Spotify playlists will understand, like, oh, and Ryan, if you want to make a soundtrack, feel free to do so. You will not hear any complaints from me. But there is the album, the Enneagram, with numbers 1 through 9. And that is a personality test. You can take it yourself. You can figure out what number you are. Last time I took it, I was a number 6. Okay. I did take that in like 8th grade. So who's to say now, you know, as like a changing, growing human. But I put one of those numbers to each of the characters, and the first song in their playlist is that number. And I put Jake's as 1. And you know what I'll do right now? I will look up the meaning. Because it's a lot like my brother. Type 1 is known as the reformer or the idealist. They're motivated by a strong sense of justice and oh my god, I'm stuttering so much today, and a desire to improve the world. They're also known for being responsible, hardworking, and thorough. That is both my brother and Jake. Let's see the behavior. They're conscientious, ethical, and well organized, and they try to maintain high standards. Completely. Communication. Then be direct, honest, and deliberate. And they have little patience for small talk. Wow. Relationships. They are loyal, conscientious partners who have high standards for themselves and their significant others. Wow, okay. But other traits are often good-humored, helpful, and well-balanced, efficient, organized, trustworthy, teachers or crusaders, advocates for change. This is all just so Jake. What can I just say? You're motivated by a strong sense of right and wrong. I picked the right song, basically, is what I'm hearing. Like, One by Sleeping at Last is Jake's song, and that is the first song on his playlist. And that goes for all the characters. If you go and you look at their numbers, you look it up, it should line up, you know? Speak of the devil, my brother just texted me. My best friend, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah. That's Jake. I hope you love him as much as I do. I will keep the Spotify in the description, and I want you to remember this. So when I finally draw something that looks better than it, you all can go, oh, it looks so good. So I'm going to be working on, it's going to be like headshots, like in a musical, like, or like any production where, you know, you get your headshot taken. It'll be like that, but it'll be drawings of the characters. If I could only draw a face. I'll be working on those. And that means more TikToks, more videos that will be time lapses of the characters. It means that their Spotify playlist will have their faces on it. It means that I will get book covers finished and then I can show you those. And that can be fun. I've got some other like concept ideas that are fun for any Star Wars nerds. Anybody who had a very specific phase in 2021. Can't wait for you all to hear about that one. I could sit and talk about Sleeping at Last pretty easily, and I got an external hard drive for all of this stuff so I can finally my laptop will finally be able to run my programs enough to edit the road trip vlog, the infamous road trip vlog that filmed a month and a half ago. Can we just have a moment of silence for that? Anyway, I don't think I gave Jake's age. I think, real quick, Jake is 18. And we're done. Okay. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to follow me on TikTok. Follow the Life in the Forest Instagram account. I'm also, about the TikTok, I've also been thinking about going live and doing like a write with me and just playing calm, chill, lo-fi music and like have it like a study corner so I'm more motivated to write the book. I can get more people interested in the book and you can just chill and do your homework with me. I think that would be really fun. So that'll be on the TikTok at some point. The Life in the Forest Instagram, when I can draw again, unlock that within me somewhere. You'll see more drawings there. Subscribe here. That would be so awesome. You know, do all of the fun things. Be so great. I'm really excited for the day where everyone's able to see all this. So, okay. Bye. Thank you so much for watching.